seen a systematic decline in turnout among first-time voters. And I'll tell you, I've been in the back rooms, and I'll show the polls, and I say, look, people under the age of 20 think this, and the response is, they don't vote anyway. What do we care what they think?
Our political system is much more responsive to what older people want than it is to what younger people want. Because that's where the votes are, and politicians go where the votes are.
I know for a lot of young people, they're frustrated about how politics operates, and they're frustrated by politicians. But you know, governing and politics is them too.
Eventually, at some point, you know, your politics is going to hand it to you. So you better figure it out.
I think you need to follow up by voting. Everyone needs to vote. For you not to vote is ridiculous.
Because I think if we don't vote, we're kind of saying, well, this isn't really important to us. I'm just here breathing the air, but I'm not really going to give anything back.
Look, I can't complain if I don't like something if I never participated in it at all.
You get one vote every 2 or 3 years. It's only one vote. You get to mark an X on a piece of paper. You got to make that X count because it's the lever that makes the whole system work.
People don't fully appreciate just how important that is and how powerful they can be.
It means that my vote is equal to your vote. And somebody who makes $20,000 a year versus somebody who makes $200,000 a year, their votes are equal and their voice is equal.
If more young people were coming out to vote, then what you would start to see would be this huge shift in all the parties of how are we going to make ourselves appealing to young people. I guarantee you that that's what would happen.
If you vote, you're going to have an impact on what you get. If you don't, you won't.
I know that every time I vote, I think to myself, I've used my voice.
I was very excited to cast my first vote because I thought it was important. I thought it mattered.
When you first get to the opportunity to vote and make a difference, it's the best feeling in the world.
Every time I walk into a voting booth, I totally get emotional. It's so bizarre. I want that moment. I want to experience that moment and remember that moment. It's weird. I should probably seek help.
The thing I like about Student Vote and this sort of program that gets people talking about these things in a really substantive way in the classroom is it's a way to fight back at all the people that say, listen, Lindsay, Paris, these are all the important things. No, it isn't really. There's so many things being directed and marketed at students all this time. You know, it's important to have an iPod, it's important to have these particular pairs of shoes or things like that. You know what? It's important for you to think outside yourself about what the future should be.